Rudy here, 1st of December. Welcome to the Daily Ninja Show. If you're new here, welcome aboard. And welcome aboard to got a whole bunch of subs on the weekend. You're obviously precious metal bugs. Anyway, this is where we go through the high risk, high return shares ETF that surround the tank. That's this guy, which we use to build a portfolio to ride the resource bull market. If you haven't seen him, I'll leave a vid at the end. Okay, on with it. So the tank, he finished basically, this is weekly charts we're looking at, basically flat for the day due to the lithium basically. Our share market, so we use VAS as a proxy, so it was down a little bit, led by the XFJ, which is our financials, which are looking pretty shaky there. That's a inclining channel and key support here, and that's led by CBA. So CBA is approaching critical support there. So the banks don't look great. ATEC for our IT industry, same, our inclining wedge there. That's quite bearish when broken. And also we got CSL looks shaky. It just can't get going. I did have a buy down here. I'm now going to say sell because it just doesn't look like it's got any gumph to even get near that break. Anyway, so on Friday, so the S&P, so that looks pretty good. Nasdaq, that looks pretty good. So no wobbles there yet. Okay, gold. So have a look at the daily chart. So it's just trying to break through this resistance point here. All I want is gold just not to crash. For the gold miners. XAU gold looks good. So our index, the XGD, go to a weekly chart. So we haven't really, we're just getting a bit of are we meant to go up or not fever. As opposed, so the miners, MNRS, so that had a good day. So I'd say that's going to giddy up. Continue. GDX, so they're sort of the same. They've got sort of different weightings, and miners is hedged, but that's the one you can get in your Oz Super Fund. So if we look at so there's a higher weighting to Barrick in the miners ETF, so it's Barrick. So Newmont. We got Franco. When you're ready, Frank. Sorry about that. You got a bit nervous. So royalty company, AEM. So they all look like they're going to go on with it. And Northern Star gets a gig in miners and GDX. So again, they're a bit far from here. So all you just consolidate. I think we're going to have to wait till they start reporting. So GDXJ, that's the one that's got a higher weighting of all our gold miners in there. So that looks fine. As it said, PAS, AGI, and Evolution. So they're all looking all right. So no problems there. Okay, so next we got the copper gang. Okay, so the copper price is getting above that resistance there, so that's good. So that flowed through to the wire ETF. So all those people that bought around here and sitting here going, oh, what's going on? Anyway, that looks fine, up and away. So some of our local boys that are in the wire ETF is Sandfire. It looks fine. BHP So BHP starting to wake up, being the iron ore copper. Capstone. So Capstone's looking good too. Then for those in CopJ, that's the one in America. Again, it's got a whole bunch of our miners, developers in it. So A1M is looking good. AIS, so that's looking nice too. And 29M, where are the lines? There they are. So that's a nice support area there. So copper doing all right. Okay, next we got uranium, pretty boring. Anyway, so we got the spot price uranium, just as I said, anything below 75 the utilities will buy. But it's just not their time in the sun at the moment. It will come. So URNM, that's the ETF. So we've broken this declining wedge, so we may come back and retest and then go. So the people in there, so we've got Cameco. Well, there's that chart pattern, so it may come back and then go. Kaza, when you're ready. So he looks like he's just going to consolidate. Sput, so that's the spot uranium, so that's not doing much. URNJ, that's the one over the US, so that looks a bit more perkier. So it's got UEC, Denison, Next Gen. It looks like it's going, and Palladium, it's got a pretty high weighting in there, so it's at a resistance level there. Heavily shorted stock Palladium, if you didn't know. Okay, the rare earth gang. So first of all, REMX, that's the ETF. So Linus, it's just consolidating. MP Materials. So if you're in XMET, I write in here, you'll see it on there. And Aluka. So just consolidating, not much action there. Okay. Lithium. Okay, it's interesting because the lithium price actually looks quite strong. It's breaking out of this resistance here, but the actual underlying stocks, say Pilbara, well, that's a big shooting star. That is a pretty decent run from it's nearly 2 times. So yeah, you can't expect everything. IGO looks the same. Liontown, so they all look like they could have a pullback. SQM, that looks like it's going. And Ganfeng, that's come back. So alright. Oil. Okay, so oil price is going to crash, they say. Well, I keep saying it's a bullish pattern, a declining channel wedge. So I don't know. It doesn't look bearish to me. Natural gas. So look at a weekly chart. No, that doesn't look bearish to me. So the King Woodside, the king of divs. You'd have to be having a go at him if you didn't have him. So that's the second largest holding in MVR. BHP is the biggest one, if you didn't know. The switch, the Woodside over CBA switch, triple the dividend, more capital growth. Origin, that looks fine. The fuel ETF, so that looks fine too. So that's got your Chevrons, Exxon, Shell. So they're just, I'd say just steady as you go. Okay. The other gang. What do we got there? So iron ore. Whoops. So iron ore, that's all you want, just trading sideways. They generate cash flow for BHP and Rio to pay their divs. Fortescue, so that's your pure play. That looks fine. Tin, Rin Tin. Look at that. Big breakout. So in the tin space, we got ELT. They got a tin project in Spain, so they're in development. MLX, so that's your producer. There's your declining wedge break. Another one looking okay is SRZ, highest grade underground mine, my notes say. Okay, and we also got platinum. Platinum's breaking out. There's your declining wedge. Palladium, doing a pretty similar thing. So really we got, the only producer we've really got is Zimplats, so over there in Africa. Alright, so now for the girlfriend. Okay, so what's she doing? What are they doing to her? The charts are all fun. Look at that on the weekly chart. It looks like a big gap up, but it's not. If we go to a daily chart, and you can see it. So if we look at an hourly chart, so she's holding up pretty well. It'd be nice to see. So it's all 56, come back to 56, and then go. But at this stage, I don't see any big red candles coming in there. So all good so far. So those who are in an ETP mag, you would have had a good day. I mean, it's like if you don't have any of this stuff, like, well, and you're an old subscriber, well then you should have. If you're new, I still think silver's going to go up a lot, but who knows? It's going to be volatile. That's all I can say. So SilJ, that's the American one. So that's from Friday night. So I'd expect her to continue on tonight. So that's Heckler, First Majestic. So this is Friday, hasn't been updated. But I'm just showing you because there's the one in XMET, Endeavour. Okay, so XMET. So it's whoops. That's my projection. So if you got it today, good. Actually, I'll probably say that's my last arrow. South 32. So someone asked today, South 32 actually produce a lot of silver because it's a byproduct of zinc. So zinc looks good, and lead's still a lead balloon. So back to South 32. So they do produce a lot of silver as a byproduct, but it's only about 5% of their total revenue, so it's not going to give them a kick. Okay, so into our silver girls. So Pole up 11%, nice start for Pole. My Kitchen Rules, they were just flat basically. they came out with they said they've done a new loan, a 20 million loan, which will fund them through to production in Q2 26. They did a raise at 7.5 cents, so yeah. Then our developers, so BHM was up 8, BML was up nearly 10. So there's going to be some people that are just going to take, well, like if they bought up here, they'll be going, shit, I've nearly got my money back, and sell. Anyway, just hold on. And they all did capital raises. Yeah. Anyway, MMA was up 6. SVL was up 7. AVM, that's I think the winner for the day, up 22. AQI was up 1. ASL, that finished. That looks good. ASL up 12. BKB up 4. LDR went up, got sold, up 2. The Eagles, West Coast Eagles, up 11. And then our Explorers, so Ardent was up 9. ILT up 10. Right, so they all gapped up. Bit of selling of those candles. Up 12. RCM. So that was up 5. SS1. So SS1 was up 16. That looks like a healthy candle. And USL. Oh, that's a nice one too. It was up 15. Alright, that's your daily wrap. Let us know your feedback. Alright, see ya.